welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I am going to share with you my 10 best influenced luxury purchases, and I'm also going to make a video on my 10 worst disaster, total waste of money influenced purchases. These are all luxury purchases that I've been influenced by either one particular creator or by social media in general. 10 have been fabulous, 10 have been awful. Let's start with the positive successes and start with 10 of the best influenced purchases that I have in my collection. And number one, to get it out of the way, because I have waxed lyrical about these jeans in so many videos recently, I'm sure you're all sick of hearing about them, but one of my best ever influenced purchases has to be these Loewe jeans. These have become a bit of a uniform for me. I've talked about them at length. If you've watched me before, you'll know my husband can't stand them because they're baggy and they're loose, but I love them. I live in them. I just think they're so cool and so funky. They are the wide-legged, very oversized on me anyway, on my legs, Loewe jeans with the Loewe symbol and emblem embroidered in the knee, on the knee. So right now it's not even embroidered, it's as if the denim is cut out and missing on the logo, and then there's white underneath, and that's what comes through. Now these are very long. I have to roll mine up even if I'm wearing a heel. I have to roll them up twice if I'm wearing trainers, but I love them, and these have been one of my best ever purchases, and these were completely influenced by social media. They weren't influenced by one person in particular. I just saw them everywhere. I saw them on Instagram, I saw them featured in a number of YouTube videos, and they more and more crept into my head. And initially I thought, I'm not paying that amount of money for a pair of jeans because I'm trying to be more sensible and mindful with my spending. And I thought, I think they're in the region of £900 for jeans is ridiculous. Mad. No. When you wear them as much as I wear these have been a fabulous purchase for me, and that's been a lesson for me, because if things cost that amount of money, even if they're jeans or they're, and I know, I can hear it, I spend silly money on trainers that you walk about on the ground and get absolutely destroyed, but I didn't want to spend it on jeans that I wear for years. Sometimes how my head works and how my brain rationalizes things out really disturbs me. But anyway, was against them at the start because of the cost, but they've been a complete win, and I know a lot of you guys have now got these. I know other people that I spoke to in real life in Dublin have got these because they're fabulous. Number two, and sticking again with the obvious and what I've talked a lot about in recent videos, and I wear with those jeans a lot, which is why they've come into my head with those, and it's these Dior trainers. These are the Dior trainers that I bought in London whenever I was there in September with the fabulous people of YouTube that met up. They are the sock trainers. You can see that mine have been well worn. There's marks on them. I have given them a little clean since the last time I showed them because they were absolutely embarrassing. They are still pretty worn though, and because of my lifestyle and how I just wear them, and it's not wearing them going out maybe fancy but in trainers. I have 2 young boys and 4 dogs, and I wore these on the Halloween pumpkin picking patch, don't even know what it's called, where you go and get your pumpkins with your children. Wore these. Now I will admit that when we were halfway around I thought this wasn't the best idea. I'm ruining my trainers, but these are what I had on. I absolutely love these. These were completely influenced by Stella from Instagram. I know a lot of you will probably follow Stella. She also met up with us in London. She has a fabulous Instagram page. I will link her down below in the description box. She has these. She had talked about them, loved them, and that is where my influence for these came. And absolutely no regrets. Number 3 on the highlight reel or the highlight list has to be this Chanel mini in the lambskin in the berry colour in chevron. Chevron is my favourite. It has light gold hardware, which I love. It is the colour. This I think was either the 17B or the 18B collection. I saw this bag on both Jerusha's channel, Jerusha Couture, and also Isabel Styles, and I fell in love with the colour. I had to have it. I went on an absolute hunt to find this bag and was definitely influenced by both of those fabulous ladies. I eventually tracked this down in the Purse Affair in Australia. This is where that came from, and I love this bag, and I know that Meredith has tracked this bag down since after seeing it on my channel. Meredith has which I'm so proud of. Ridiculously proud of. Meredith had a video in her collection miss about all of the bags that I have influenced her to buy. I will link that down below, or Meredith's channel down below in the description box. Go and check that out, because if you like my collection, you will love that video from Meredith, because she has picked some of the highlights and replicated them in her own collection. This is one of them, and this has been one of the best influence purchases for me. I absolutely love this bag, this colour. I could not let go. And it's just one of those that when I look at it, I get ridiculously giddy and happy, and she's just stunning. Number 4 is a bag that, although it is one of my best influenced purchases, I no longer have, and it is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. I used to have one of these in the monogram, and I absolutely loved it. I used it as my everyday bag. I used it at the time a lot. For me, it's probably one of the bigger bags, even though it's not a huge bag, but it does work as an everyday bag. This is still Meredith's everyday bag, and she has a huge collection, so to pick this as her everyday bag is pretty high praise coming from my friend, but it was a fabulous bag. I was influenced by social media in general on this one. It was all over Instagram. When I bought this bag, I don't even think I had discovered luxury YouTube at the time, but definitely had discovered Instagram, and I saw this all over. This was one of the influencer bags. It was one of the hit bags, the hot bags. Everybody had the Pochette Métis. I saw it, fell in love with it, loved the monogram, and contacted Louis Vuitton and went on a waiting list for it. I don't think I even worked with Anita at the time. I think I ordered this online or phoned Louis Vuitton up and was on a waiting list, and did wait a little bit to get it, but eventually got it direct from Louis Vuitton and loved it while I had it. The reason it's not in my collection anymore is there was a difficulty with the glazing on a lot of the earlier models of the Pochette Métis. I understand Louis Vuitton have maybe rectified that now. Mine was an older model, and the glazing inside one of the gussets cracked, and it cracked in a number of places. I took it back, Anita took a look at it and said, yeah, that's defective, that's not the way that should be, it has cracked, and I returned it to Louis Vuitton. Instead of getting another one, because by that stage my collection had grown a bit and I had a number of other bags, I was a bit weary to get the same bag again in case it happened. So instead of getting another one, I got the Louis Vuitton Volt necklace, which you will see me wear basically every day. I wear this with my Ana Luisa necklace, and I generally have an Ideal diamond down below it as well, which is the solo diamond from them, which I love. And this one has been, it's one of the things that from Louis Vuitton I had always said I wasn't going to buy their fine jewellery because it's so expensive and you are paying for the name. The diamond in this is tiny. If you compare the Ideal diamond that I wear below it, it's much, much bigger, and it's much, much less expensive. It's not cheap, but it's less expensive than what this is. But when I had the credit from the Pochette Métis, I loved the look of this, and Anita had said to me, I think you should get it, I think you'll love it, and she was absolutely right. This I wear every single day, and I've never regretted this purchase. But coming from the Pochette Métis, I did love it when I had it. I'm glad I didn't replace it with another one though. I think just the worry of the cracking would have stayed with me, and this has been an absolute fabulous replacement for it, and something that I wear every day, whereas with the amount of bags I have now, I wouldn't be wearing the Pochette Métis every day. So that was smart, I think. Number 5, and sticking with bags, and this was absolutely influenced. I love this bag. There has been no regrets on this bag, and I know if I ever decide to get rid of this bag that Meredith has her name on it, love it. It's the Chanel graffiti bag from the 1819 Matriarch collection. It's the mock croc leather, and then it has the iridescent Chanel all over this. You can get it with the graffiti in gold. Deb from Wild Unfiltered has it in gold. This was part of the Egyptian collection, one of the best collections I think Louis Vuitton have ever put out. If I had at the time the means to buy lots and lots of things, I would also have the gold croc mini rectangle bag. It was also fabulous. There was a number of pieces in this collection that if you like things that are a bit tacky and gaudy, which I accept, a lot of people will not like this. It's very in your face. If you like those though, like I do, that collection was, oh, it was fab. It was chef's kiss. It was right up my street. But this is the one that I ended up getting, and I was completely influenced by Fashionably Amy on this. I think Amy may have sold this. I don't know if she still has it in her collection, but she had a review of this bag on her channel, and I must have watched that video about 10 times before buying this. And I bought this from Designer Wish Bags on Instagram. They have a physical store in Belgium, I believe. It's in Europe. And I watched that video about 10 times. I was obsessed with this bag, and I just love it. Look at it. Look at the graffiti and the iridescent. It's fabulous. This has been one of the best ever influence purchases. Number 6, I'm back to Louis Vuitton, and it is the long coin card holder. Now this is actually part of the men's collection. I also have the Recto Verso. It could also come into this video. The Recto Verso was influenced by social media in general. Whenever Louis Vuitton released this, it was all over the place. This one was influenced by Cassie Thorpe. Cassie has this, I think, in a yellowy, limey, greeny typey colour. Typey colour, great grammar. That type of colour, and I just thought it looked great. The longer card holder works really well for me. I have my cards in the back. If you're interested in these, I have a video comparing this and the Recto Verso and a normal card holder, what they fit, etc, etc. I love this. I love the Recto Verso as well, to be honest, and you can put a little attachment on that I get from Amazon, and it becomes a wristlet, and it's very easy to use. Both of those have been great purchases for me. This one I'm still in at the minute. I probably am in this one longer because of the colour. And when I look inside my Neverfull, this is the bright colour that I see, and bright colours make me happy and make me smile. And this one is, it's like a fiery orange colour. It's coming up maybe slightly more red on the camera, but it's a great, great piece. And this I have absolutely no regrets on. Number 7, and I'm wearing it, and it is this jumper from Bella Freud. I have worn this so much that I definitely need to get a cashmere comb. I've been talking about one of these for a very long time. I need to get one and take all the balls off this, because I've worn this so much. It looks very worn and it looks very dated. You can see all the balls here. Look at that. Isn't that a disgrace? No actual influencer, that's why I'm not one, would be seen dead on camera with all of this balls on it. But it's how much I've worn this jumper. I really, really like it. I could also put in here an Ami Paris jumper, which is actually in the wash. I wear that a lot as well. And both of these were influenced by Caitlin Pulowski. Now, Caitlin's channel has changed a bit. This was back whenever she still had a shopping channel, effectively, a luxury channel like I do. She now does videos on other things about not shopping. I don't really watch her channel anymore, but I did used to watch it whenever she did her fashion videos or her handbag videos. And she had bought this on one of her hauls from Bella Freud, and I think the Ami Paris jumper was influenced from Caitlin as well, and I have worn both of them to death. As you can see, the Ami Paris one has had a huge amount to wear as well, and these have been really good purchases for me. I am somebody that keeps wearing my things over and over when I like them, so the fact that these are expensive for jumpers, I've still got my cost per wear out of them because I've worn them so much. Repeating things, wearing the same clothes doesn't bother me because I'm a normal person and I wear the same clothes all the time. These have definitely been great investments into my wardrobe. And I apologise, I still haven't shaken the cold, so hopefully my voice is getting us through this as much as we can. Number 8 are we on? We are on number 8, and it is the Louis Vuitton perfume California Dream. Now this one's empty. I still have the bottle because I'm a weirdo and I haven't got rid of it. I do have another one of these that Bestie bought me, I think last Christmas, and the new one I think has about half left in it. This was influenced by Snow 77707. I will link it's Mari's channel. I will link her channel down below in the description box. She has a great collection and gets a lot of Louis Vuitton. She had got this perfume, talked about it, described it, and I know you can't really get a perfume from describing it, but the way she talked about it, I just had to smell it, and when I did, I absolutely loved it, and I've stuck with this. This is probably one of my favourite perfumes. It definitely was influenced by Mari. No regrets at all. I know Louis Vuitton perfumes are expensive, but I love this. When I spray this, I have it on today, it brings back so many memories. I bought this around about when I had started YouTube, started this journey, if we're talking about journeys, met all these fabulous people, engaged with all of you. It's been a highlight, and it's been something that's been fabulous. And this kind of, the smell of it brings me back to that time at the start and the excitement, and I just love it. It's one of those things that I will probably always have, and it's one of my absolute favourite influence purchases was my California Dream from Louis Vuitton. Number 9 is these Chanel shoes in the black and white. Now I have the red and black and I've talked about them before. I haven't worn the red and black yet, but I have worn the black and white a lot. I adore these. I think they're so cool. I really, really love them. You can see that mine's pretty worn. And these were influenced by Laura, the Chanel spy or the CC spy on Instagram. I will link Laura's Instagram down below. If you are a Chanel lover and you're not following Laura on Instagram, I'm not sure why, because she has one of the best Chanel collections I've ever seen. She has an eye for unique pieces, different pieces. She puts them together so well. She is so stylish in how she wears them. it's fabulous. Her Instagram page is to me an inspiration as to how you can wear Chanel. And she had those long, I don't even think I knew Laura at the time. Ooh, didn't drop them, Granny. And this is where I saw them though. I saw them on her Instagram and then I had to track them down. I had to buy mine pre-loved because these were long gone by the time I fell in love with them. I think I got these in Vestiaire Collective, but they were in pretty new condition. They're not now because I've worn them so much. These have been a fabulous influenced purchase and I just think they're so quirky and cool. They're just, yeah, they're great for me. And then number 10, and finishing with a handbag because it is a handbag channel primarily, is the Chanel 19. What's in there? Oh yes, yeah. I was using this. This is a bag I find very easy to use. I've talked about this in my most used bags of 2023 video. I used this bag a lot more last year than I did the year before. I just find it so functional and I find it very practical. I wear it crossbody. For me, I don't carry a huge amount if I'm not going to work, so it does fit everything I need. It's small. It's the smallest size you can get in this. It doesn't carry a huge amount. I do have an inkling in my mind, but I'm not going to buy it because they're so expensive. But when I was in London with Louis Vuitton, one of the girls that was there had the bigger one of these and she used it as her travel bag and it fit a laptop and everything and it was fabulous. Now I'm not buying one for that reason because they are so expensive now, but the bigger size I wouldn't have looked at before. She rocked it, looked fabulous and had everything in it. It was definitely something that piqued my interest, but their prices now are just so expensive. This for me though was a great buy and I was influenced on this generally by social media. When this bag was first released and I saw the press shots, it was a pink version. I don't like that. I'm being smug and I'm not buying that and I'm saving my money. It's hideous. Why would anybody buy that? It looks like a pillow. Talk about eating one's words. Then this was all over social media. The Chanel 19 became a thing. And then I kind of thought, well, I do like the chains and I do like the tacky CC and I do think it would be very usable. I got one, thankfully, quite some time ago. I think when I bought this somewhere around £3,000. I know they're not that now. Definitely was a great purchase for me. I have used this so much because a lot of my bags are tiny and not practical at all. One that has a little bit of practicality gets use. Being black as well, I don't have a huge amount of black bags, so it fits with a lot of things. This has ended up being a great purchase for me, even though when I first saw it, when it was released, I was against it. I'm glad I got the black. I have enough colour bags. Never thought I'd say that. But I'm glad I got the black to use in so many situations in my wardrobe. But this, as an influence purchase, has been fabulous. Those are my 10 best influenced luxury purchases. Let me know what you think of them in the description box. Is there any you agree with or completely disagree with? Or are there any that you think I should have included? Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you for being here. If you've enjoyed this in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care and I will see you again in the next one.